Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling something I think a lot of you can relate to.
Oh, yeah.
Information overload. You know, that feeling of just drowning in articles and reports?
Totally.
Even just trying to sort through customer reviews these days?
It's a real struggle in the digital age.
It is.
So much information.
Yeah.
So little time to process it all.
But what if there was a way to cut through the noise and zero in on exactly the data you need?
Right.
Almost like having a superpowered research assistant.
Sounds amazing.
It is, and that's what we're diving into today.
Okay.
Our source is a guide on AI prompt engineering called Generative AI Professional Prompt Engineering Guide. And it's all about using what they call data retrieval prompts.
Ah, these are fascinating.
Yeah.
It's essentially about giving specific instructions to an AI, telling it exactly what information to find and extract from any text you give it.
Okay, so let's unpack that.
Yeah.
Imagine you're a market researcher.
Okay.
Right? And you're trying to understand how consumers feel about a new product launch.
Sure.
You've got thousands of social media posts to sift through.
It's overwhelming to even think about.
Right.
Just too much.
But with a data retrieval prompt, you could tell the AI to find every mention of your brand alongside words like love or recommend or amazing.
Got it.
Suddenly you're only seeing the positive feedback.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
It's like having the AI do the heavy lifting for you.
Right.
So you can focus on the insights that matter.
And it's not just about, finding needles in a haystack.
Right.
The guide emphasizes using a special language called Markdown.
Yes.
Within these prompts.
Markdown is key for clarity.
Okay.
Think of it as a way to make sure the AI presents the data in a neat and organized way.
Nice.
No more messy spreadsheets or endless highlighting.
Yeah.
It's all laid out for you.
So instead of getting a jumbled mess as information, you're getting a nicely formatted report.
Exactly.
Almost like your AI assistant is also a formatting pro.
Exactly.
I like it.
And the guide dives into how this works across different fields.
Okay.
Not just market research.
Like, what else can we use this for?
Sure.
Give me another example.
Imagine you're a historian, digging through old documents, maybe trying to track the spread of a new idea or invention. Okay. Instead of skimming through mountains of text, you could use a data retrieval prompt to pinpoint every mention of that idea alongside specific dates and locations.
Wow.
Suddenly you're seeing this historical timeline unfold right before your eyes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So this isn't just for tech companies or marketers.
Yeah.
It's really for anyone who wants to understand information more deeply and efficiently.
Absolutely.
I like it.
And the guide digs into what makes these data retrieval prompts so powerful.
Okay.
One key benefit they highlight is the elimination of noise.
Okay.
It's like the AI is filtering out all the irrelevant stuff.
Right.
So you can focus on what truly matters.
It's like having a personal assistant.
Exactly.
Who knows exactly what you're looking for.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
No more wasted time chasing down dead ends.
Yeah, exactly. And this ties into another major benefit the guide highlights.
Right.
Customizable output.
Right.
You're not stuck with a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
You can tell the AI how you want the data presented.
So if I wanted it organized by date or by sentiment, like we talked about with those product reviews, I could actually build that into the prompt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can get as granular as you need to be.
Okay.
Want all mentions of a specific product feature, but only alongside words indicating customer frustration.
Wow.
You can do that.
This is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
It's like having a custom-built research tool at your fingertips.
It really is. And the guide goes even further,
Okay.
offering tips on how to avoid potential pitfalls.
Okay.
And really master these prompts.
Pitfalls? Like what? Is there a chance the AI could mess it up?
Well, there's always a risk with AI.
Sure.
Especially with complex language tasks.
Right.
One thing the guide mentions is the risk of what they call hallucinations.
Hallucinations.
Yeah, it's a bit like the AI going on a tangent. Yeah. Maybe making connections that aren't really there or misinterpreting the information.
So like the AI is daydreaming instead of sticking to the facts?
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
But the good news is
Yeah.
the guide provides strategies to avoid these hallucinations.
Okay, so how do we keep the AI on track and make sure we're getting reliable information?
The key is being incredibly clear and concise with your prompts.
Okay.
The more specific your instructions, the less likely the AI is to wander off on its own.
It's like giving the AI boundaries, right?
Exactly.
Making sure it stays focused on the task at hand.
Think of it like giving directions.
Okay.
The more specific your directions,
Right.
the less likely you are to end up lost.
That makes perfect sense.
Right.
Any other tips from the guide on how to prevent these AI hallucinations?
They suggest breaking down really complex tasks into smaller, more manageable prompts.
Okay.
Especially when you're dealing with a ton of text.
Right.
It's like that old saying, how do you eat an elephant?
Right.
One bite at a time.
Divide and conquer.
There you go.
So don't try to do everything at once.
Yep.
Break it down into smaller chunks.
Yeah.
I like it.
Right. And they also talk about the importance of validation.
Okay.
You always want to double check your work.
Right.
And maybe especially when you're using a powerful tool like AI.
So don't just blindly trust the AI.
Right.
Use your own judgment and critical thinking skills to make sure the information is accurate.
Precisely. And for those who really want to take their data retrieval prompts to the next level, the guide offers a bunch of really cool tips and techniques.
Oh, I love when they give us the bonus material.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of tips are we talking about?
One that I found really useful is this idea of defining a naming standard.
Oh?
Basically, it's about coming up with a consistent way to label the information the AI extracts.
Oh, and instead of having a column vaguely labeled comments, you could have positive feedback, negative feedback, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
It makes the data much more organized and easier to analyze later on. The guide gives the example of using prefixes or suffixes that align with the type of data being collected.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking about how I can apply this to my own work.
Yeah.
And you know what's really exciting me about all of this?
What's that?
It feels like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible with AI and language.
I agree.
Yeah.
The guide even touches on this idea that data retrieval is just the first step.
Okay.
The real magic happens when you start combining it with other AI capabilities.
Like what? Give me a sneak peek.
Well, imagine taking the data you've extracted.
Okay.
And then using AI to analyze it for trends.
Okay.
Create visualizations or even generate summaries and reports.
So it's not just about finding the information, it's about understanding it.
Yes.
Making sense of it, and using it to make better decisions.
Exactly. It's about leveraging the power of AI to augment our own intelligence.
Right.
And unlock new levels of understanding.
This has been incredible.
It has.
We've gone from feeling overwhelmed by information to feeling empowered to explore it.
Yeah.
Understand it and use it in new and exciting ways.
It's amazing to think how much these tools can transform the way we work, learn, and interact with the world around us.
Absolutely. And for our listeners, if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, be sure to check out the full Generative AI Professional Prompt Engineering Guide.
Yes.
We'll have a link for you in the show notes.
Sounds good.
Until next time, keep those minds curious and keep diving deep.